I've been wanting to write Midair since I was in kindergarten. It is truly one of the most astonishing survival stories in the history of aviation. When my uncle had a collision with two B-52s over the South China Sea in June of 1965. The very first story I ever told in public, it was, I went to kindergarten about 2 months after his collision, and I went to class with a model B-52 and a newspaper clipping of his crash, and I told my classmates about this amazing event. So the other thing is, when I was about a year later, I came out and we visited my uncle at Midair. I lived in Carson City at the time, and one of the most memorable events of my life was he took me out on his motorcycle, just like Tom Cruise and in Top Gun, and we buzzed out on his motorcycle out to the tarmac at Midair, and I got to see a B-52 up close and personal, and it was just an exciting thing. So this has been a story that I've wanted to do for a long time, and it's truly one of the most astonishing survival stories in the history of aviation. My uncle is the only pilot to have ever flown the B-52, F-105, and F-111 in combat. He's the only pilot to have survived a high altitude, high velocity collision and ejected safely. And he's the only pilot, I'm quite certain, to have ever parachuted into a Category 5 storm. He parachuted into Category 5 Super Typhoon Dinah with wind speeds of 185 miles an hour and 70-foot waves. So this is a rip-roaring adventure tale. It's a political story, and it's also a character study of a really dynamic person who in his time was quite a force of nature.